Hi guys, and welcome to Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs. Here we go. So yes, here we go for a bit of a recap with what's been going on in 2023, as well as a bit of a thank you, live video. Well, not a live video, a thank you vlog, should I say? Um, Before I start, I just want to, reassure you guys that things this year have been extremely high of good emotion, high and low emotion. There's been quite a bit of good times, bad times, sad times, and most importantly, there has been a bit of times where I've had to step back and from the live videos and the vlogs this year. But I'll go into details throughout this video. But where do I start? 2023 this year has been, as I say, a mixture of highs and the lows of emotions, the sad times, the good times, you know, or good times, bad times. I've had my share, as they say in a certain Led Zeppelin song. But I feel like this year has been a whirlwind of really what I was not expecting this year. And I think, there has been times where I've looked at it this year and I thought, January this year, I thought, here we go, new year, new motorsport season is upon us. And as time goes on, you know, things have slowly become more active one way to another. So January this year, I decided to take the plunge and decided to start doing interviews on the vlog page, the Hoppers Motorsport Vlogs Facebook page, and it was something I could easily try and invite guests throughout the motorsport spectrum, whether you're a fan, driver, team member, commentator, etc. And I realised over time that it was going to be a massive hit for the page, as well as for me personally, as well as you guys, the Hoppers Motorsport Vlogs community, the Hoppers Motorsport Vlogs family, the core, the fan base, you name what you guys want to be. Um, and I realised, it was going to get bigger and better. And I'm not going to lie, it stems from the likes of having Michael Crease last year coming on during a live video to give me words of wisdom, to give me most likely um, a much needed boost, to give me some kind words of encouragement, as well as catching up with me. And it stemmed from that. And I said to myself, this year I want to try and get people involved in the page, not just because to hear me just talk, but to hear their side of the story. So the people like Mikey Doble, Lewis Kent, Rich from the Hard Compound, Rich Webber, Darrell Allen, Ty and Chris Cuthbert, Alex and Harvey Kersley, Alan Hyde. You know, a lot of people. You know, I don't know if Mikey Doble got mentioned, but if he has got mentioned, he's got another mention. But people that have come on this year onto the Facebook page to give me a chat and give me an insight to motorsport has been what I kind of thought about for years. I started Hoppers Motorsport Vlogs 2019, and I'm not gonna lie, but to be in its fourth year or celebrating 4 years of the vlogs hasn't, you know, changed the aspect of things. But what has changed is how you guys have enjoyed my content, and I thank you guys for that. And I think going forward for 2024, it'll improve massively. At the end of the day, I've always said this to you guys, and I've always said when we had, you know, and I've quoted probably over the last couple of days, you know, and I've quoted Alan Hyde's quoted Alan Hyde. Alan Hyde came on in October, and he said something on the lines of, "This is a really nice place to come to," and that really touched. And I was like, "How on earth have I created such a safe space for fans, for people to turn up and have a chat without getting bombarded with stupid questions or people generally taking the piss. And I've realised over the year, and people have said to me, and people have even said it recently, that I'm glad I can come to Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs because I'm allowed to be opinionated. I'm allowed to share my opinions without getting my head bitten off or someone arguing about my opinion. To me, that touches, and I feel like that's the sort of thing I want to create. However, at the start of the year, I was thinking, we've got to work harder, And as a bit of a disclaimer in this part is Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs is not my job. It is not my day-to-day job, my 9 to 5 Monday to Friday job, or a part-time weekend job. It's not. I do this off my own free will, as a hobby, as a project. I sometimes, over the last couple of days, I've realised who I've become. I've become a bigger person within the vlogs. And yes, there's been times where, okay, the clips from Snetterton, because I was there for the British Touringcast this weekend, need to be uploaded onto a computer and had a look at and potentially edited and thrown together with some music. That's what I'm going to try and do over the next couple of days or over the Christmas period, is get that sorted and then put that on, because that needs to be done. But over time this year, whether I've attended Snetterton, Croft, this year for BTCC, I've realised, how many people really enjoyed the vlogs and enjoy the content. I see now going into 2024 is a ray of information going forward from me, but it's you guys that have kept me going through the tough and through the hard times. This year, as you know, I've been inundated with happy, sad, good times, bad times, sometimes they're negative and positive times. And for the first time this year, and for the first time in the 4 years of doing Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs, I've cried on a live video. I showed the pure emotion, the pure side of me that I've never thought I'd express on a video or express on a live video. It all stems because you guys show me great respect, and argumentatively you give me the positivity that I give you guys. I give you guys the down to earth attitude, the attitude that I'm happy with how things are going. But then over time, it has been difficult. I've had times where I've looked back at the live videos, I've looked back at the vlogs, and I've said to myself, why did I put myself in a state, or why did I get myself worked up? However, over time, Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs has become a utopia. It's become somewhat where you guys come far and wide, where you sit back on an evening and you either have questions, comments, killer questions that you want to have answers, you've had opinions, you've had guests come on, and you've just been like, and some people have come over because they've, with the guests that came on, they've come over from that sector, never knew about us, and it's like, didn't know Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs ever existed, and you've stayed. However, that means a lot to me, but then sometimes I feel like there is a lot more to it. There's a lot more to me than there is. But looking at this year, looking at what I've achieved over the last couple of months, I never thought we'd get teams like, or people like Mikey Doble, Alan Hyde, Lewis Kent, people like that, but it's been like, this is what we want. And I'm not gonna lie, but it has been emotional. When last month, November, I was due to have David Addison, and if he is watching this, there's no disrespect, we will rearrange and we will sort out the issues that we had. When David Addison was due to come on as a live video, we had technical difficulties and it knocked me for six. I stopped the live video to try and figure out what was going on, to try and help David as best as I could to get him on as as the guest. And I'm not gonna lie, when we couldn't do it and we were like, right, we're gonna have to rearrange, I broke down in tears. Luckily, the live video was stopped when that was when the communication between me and him was happening. And I came in here. Obviously, I'm in the bedroom at the moment, and I came in here because Jen was in here. Jen's my partner, for those who are new. The main reason why you guys get the good content and why I do what I do, because Jen helps me with a lot of stuff and supports me through it. And I remember she said, "What's the matter?" I said, "It's not going to happen," and I cried. And she said she felt, she could tell I was really upset about it. And at the time, I was thinking, what am I going to do? Do I go back live or do I not? Half of me was saying to me, well, half of my head was saying, don't go live because you're not in the state. Your mind is elsewhere. Your mind is, you're disappointed. Your mind is completely, not ready to come back. And then the other side was saying, and yes, I had a chat with our good friend Daryl, who was the first guest this year. He said, you do come back and update people what's going on, have the courage to do it. And I had the courage to come back to explain what was happening. Over the time, I felt like we've got, at the time of doing that, I came back onto the live video and I said, where do I start? And then I said, I felt like I let people down. And then I cried. And that's when the first time ever I cried on a live video. And I was like, for something I planned, something really cool for that week. I was going live three times that week. And then for that to happen, I was like, this isn't brilliant. This is, showing the world my absolute horrible emotion with me in bits crying. And I think people understood why I was crying and why I was upsetting. And I was like, this needs to be thereabouts. And I remember saying to myself, if I don't come back and explain what's going on, there is going to be a lot of people thinking, where's he gone? Where's Hopper's gone? So I came back, explained, and we had some time to reflect about it. And then Ty Cuthbert, bless him, requested to join my live video to catch up with me. And it made the evening feel like, it was worth doing. And it was like, this is what I live for. To do what I do and to find out exactly, the whole community being by me to say, Hoppers, you've not let anyone down, was just an awe of kindness and respect that I have for you guys. I remember over time, this year I've had to take, there was a time on a Friday evening where I didn't want to do a live video. I wasn't ready to do it. I probably just wasn't in the mood. It was a Friday night. I just thought, can't, I felt like I couldn't be bothered. And then it was like, okay, I'll go live before 8:30. I end up staying to about round about maybe 11 o'clock, maybe quarter to 11, and I realised, stuff like that is a potential in itself. And I think looking what is going on with that situation, with the vlogs, the determination, it takes balls and it takes guts, but then it also is determination. I've even said to myself over time this year that I've had to take time away, to step back from the live videos, to step back from the vlogs, because it's not right if I constantly just do that and do other things. And I remember saying to myself, I had to take time away. If I didn't take time away, I probably would have been, in a bit of a state. So this year, I took time away. Jen and I went away to Brighton for a week's holiday in June, which was a great holiday, to get away, to recharge my batteries for the next couple of weeks. Excuse me. And I was I thought the next couple of weeks after being away for a week is where the vlogs will get hit. The live videos will get, people will come back and, think, yes, Hoppers has been away for a week, but it's good to have him back. I then took a week away from the live videos in October for my birthday, rightly so, because I could have been away, but I wasn't. And then just recently, 2 weeks ago, I took a break to recharge my batteries, because my mental state after the issues with the David Addison interview and the way I was the week after, I felt like I wasn't in the frame of mind. So I took a week away then. But you guys that have supported me throughout the year, whether you knew or you've been here since day one, or even if you just joined today, I have really got hats off to you guys for being here, for giving me the courage, the encouragement, as well as giving me the determination. Over the year, I've enjoyed what's happened, with highs and lows of emotions, the good times, the bad times. It is part of the game. As I say, Hoppers Motorsport Vlogs is not part of my job. It is not a day-to-day. It is not my day-to-day job. It's not me Monday. It's not me 9 to 5 Monday to Friday job, or occasional weekend when motorsport happens. It's not my job. It is a hobby. It is a project, and let's make it continue, because next year, 2024, there may be bigger and better content. I've realised over time that when I've done what I've done this year, yes, I've cried afterwards, or I've laughed, but then I've realised, it's you guys that are keeping it going, keeping the wheels turning on track. And I've said to myself, we can't not falter everything. We can't blame everything on one thing, or we can't always be the positivity. But the positive side is always me being how I am. You see how I am on a live video, happy, buzzing, is how you see me every day of life, as well as when you see me at a circuit. You probably will be, if you meet me at a circuit, you will realise that I'm a down-to-earth guy, and I always will be. Over the last 2 to 3 weeks of the year, so this coming up, so this week, Monday I'm live, Thursday I'm live, and then of course majority Christmas Eve. We've got a Christmas Eve festive live video for the first time. That has given me the great awe. It's given me time where I can look at what I'm going to do, because you know, this year for 2023 has been amazing. It's not been, excuse me, it's not been hard, it's not been difficult. It's just sometimes things haven't gone to plan. And over time this year, I've said to myself after a live video, or I say to myself before doing a live video, I prepare. I do a rehearsal to the camera like I'm doing now, but I do a rehearsal. I wind down, have a bit of music in the background, while I'm doing my rehearsal, or I'm just having miming the song that I'm listening to, and I video it because it helps. Over time this year, I've realised how many people look up to the vlogs and look up to us. I've seen an array of things this year where people have looked at what's going on, as well as a different sort of kettle of fish with how I sound. But then people that are new to us have kept us going. And it's all thanks to you. At the end of the day, yes, I do this off my own back. I don't make money from it. But maybe one day we might get a little bit of a cut, because that's what we'll try and aim for. But I don't want to put pressure on people to like, subscribe, you name it, for our channel. At the end of the day, if you don't like what you see, you don't have to. But then it's been, ideally this year, we've had so many things, and sometimes stupid things that like when I got upset, I felt like I was a bit stupid. But then over the year, things haven't been stupid. It's just probably the way I've been feeling, because I've felt sometimes I've said stuff and I've watched it back, or I've listened to my own voice why I'm doing the live video. I think, why have I said that? It sounds a bit stupid. But then it's part of the vlogs. We're allowed to have our own opinion. We're allowed to have our own thoughts and stuff like that. So I'd just like to thank you guys for being here this year, and hopefully many more years to come. I can't I can't name everyone's, but a massive thank you is what I mean. But I'd just like to thank each and every one of you guys that have been here throughout the year, whether you joined this year or you've been here since day one in 2019. It's been a whirlwind. 2023 has been something I'll never forget. I'm hoping 2024 is bigger and better, and I'm hoping there's going to be a ton more of interviews coming our way. I definitely want to try and get Dan Robot on. I'm trying to get Robo for a couple of months now, but I know he's a very busy guy. But you never know who might turn up in a new interview in the new year. I'm going to try and hopefully pencil some drivers down over the Christmas period and say this is who I want to try and aim for, I want to try and ask them, and hopefully rearrange that interview with David Addison. I feel very privileged that you guys have been here this year. It's hats off to you lot that have put us in this frame where things feel better, things feel exactly how I want it. But before I go, I'd like to wish you guys a happy Christmas and a happy 2024. I hope I see some of you guys at trackside next season. I hope we can catch up and we can have a laugh, and we can have a beer or two if you drink, or if you don't drink, we'll have a Coke. We'll have a soft drink. I hope we do catch up in the new year, because I'd love to catch up with you guys. Obviously, don't forget I'm live Monday at 8 p.m, Thursday 8 p.m, and of course Christmas Eve at 8 p.m. The Christmas Eve video may be 2.5 hours long. I haven't decided as of yet. But thank you to each and every one of you that's been here this year, supporting me along the way, regardless what's ever happened. I'd just like to throw this here now. Without you guys, I wouldn't be doing what I do. I've, you know, over time this year, I've struggled mentally and physically to try and get myself in the frame of mind. But then when you've seen me and when I've come to a live video, you see the real deal. You see the down to earth me, and that's what I want. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for making 2023 so popular, and most definitely, let's hope we can make it 2024 even sweeter and even better. If you do watch this and you do like it, please do like and subscribe to us. Please do leave a comment. We've got some things in the pipeline for next year that I'm not going to mention just yet because I've got to work around it, but it's you guys that are going to steer the page forward, the vlogs, everything. You know, we're going to be doing exactly what I want to do. So until Monday, because if you're watching us live on Monday, enjoy your weekend and do go and join us on Monday for a live video. If you don't panic. I'm not going to go mad at people for not being there. It is, you know, it is what it is. But I will be live 3 times next week for the last time of 2023. And I'll see you guys Monday. I don't know what the subject's going to be. I'm struggling to get a guest, so we may be just like so if we struggle to get a guest on Monday, we'll just probably have a general chit chat and see what you guys want to see in 2024. Thursday is probably going to be just a recap of the last couple of weeks, maybe, and then Christmas Eve is of course a bit of a festive touring car motorsport quiz with me giving you questions and you guys answer them in the comments. And yeah, it's just a bit of fun. And then obviously we're back on the 15th of January 2024. Going back how many years? No, we're going to be back live on the 15th of January 2024. After the Christmas Eve live video, we're taking the Christmas break. We don't go live normally during Christmas, only because Christmas is to be celebrated by family and loved ones. Obviously today is of course the 14th of December 2023. I'd just like to say why I'm here. It would have been my granddad's 89th birthday today, so happy heavenly birthday, Grandad. You know, he's missed every day. He's another reason why the vlogs and live videos happen. Him and my nan, they knew how passionate I was about cars and motorsport. We lost them 2 months of each other in 2016, and you know, I missed them dearly, but I had to raise a glass and wish my granddad a happy heavenly birthday. So until Monday, guys, I will see you. I hope you've enjoyed this update, or sort of a recap and a thank you. But remember guys, you guys are the ones that steer the page. So until then, take care. Ta-ra.